Okay.
Hi, I'm Francis von Zerneck. Welcome to Head Full of Useless Information About Movies. This is the after show video. And our guests are Jessica Anderson-GWIN and collectively Sarah MANN. Jessica is the founder of JAGGED, a contemporary pole dance company, an incredible dance company, and Sarah is the co-director.
You got it.
Yes. Well, thank you very much. Describe. I'm not asking you to do an introduction, but describe, because you can do it better than me, what you guys do, because it's breathtaking what you guys do, and it's groundbreaking.
We are a contemporary pole dance company that fuses contemporary dance with pole dancing, and we treat it as a dance company.
Okay.
So where most pole dancers dance with one, maybe two people, we actually have a group of about 12 girls right now, and we put on shows with 2 to 7 poles. And
that's a lot of poles.
Yes, yes.
I mean, I'm not. That sounds like I'm making a joke, but that's a lot of poles,
it is,
man.
It's
Yeah,
a lot of poles. So we specialize in doing narrative stories, full-length concerts, and we also do commercial work. So that's pretty much it. We've done a lot of pioneering in that area.
Well, yeah, and primarily from what I gather is you're storytellers.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Just like a filmmaker is a storyteller, a writer, and perhaps a painter.
Yeah.
You're storytellers, and it's all the same. It's just different avenues
Exactly.
of it. And it was a great show. If you haven't listened to the show yet, it's a 2-parter. Go and click on the link below or link above, depending on where you're watching this.
We did some soul searching.
We
Found
did
out a
some
lot
soul
about
searching, and I
ourselves.
found out I didn't know you very well. I didn't know either of you very well. And I really got to know you, and I felt like I made a friends, kind of, It's nice. I like this.
We're friends now.
Yeah, hey! Muffins.
We just gotta connect on Facebook now. And then
Yeah, okay, and then we don't have to
It's
talk.
official.
Friend me.
Yeah. But we didn't get to. I don't want to say what was on the list, what we got, but even if it was a 2-hour show, we didn't get to the whole list. And I wondered what were the next movies on your list. Your last one, I don't want to say it, to spoil it.
Yeah.
But it was When Harry Met Sally.
Yes.
I don't want to say though.
I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it.
Yes. All right. So what was yours? What was your turn?
So one of the movies that I didn't get to that pops out is the movie Pina. It's about Pina Bausch.
Okay, yeah.
Pina Bausch. Well, actually, it was made for Pina Bausch.
Mm-hmm.
She passed away, and it was decided to collect her works together and interviews with her dancers, and kind of just in memory of her.
Okay.
And she kind of pioneered her version of modern dance. She was classically trained and kind of took ballet, or what she believed to be ballet, to a new level, and put a lot more pedestrian work, and it was very much emotionally driven, like, on-site work, so outside, or in a glass building, or in different venues with huge props. Like, one of her most famous pieces was The Rite of Spring by Stravinsky. She redid the piece with moss on the floor, and the entire stage is covered in moss, and these dancers get filthy, just covered in moss.
Mm-hmm.
And, so using props like that. She has another piece where the entire stage is covered in water. It's like a big flood. So, just very unique and interesting.
And finding new ways.
To express yourself. And I feel like
and evolve the dance.
Totally. When I saw the movie, it was right within the first year, end of the first year, going into the second year of me having Jagged West by myself.
Oh, okay, all right. Because you went to Nashville.
Moved to Nashville.
Yeah.
So,
Kentucky.
we'd been doing everything together,
They're
and
all
then
the same down.
she left, and I was stuck by myself. So it was interesting looking at this documentary about Pina, one of well-known choreographer. Whether or not you like her work, it was very inventive. You've probably seen it if you've seen the movie Talk to Her. It's the opening scene in Talk to Her,
all right,
with the chairs and the woman hitting walls, and that's Pina, and it was very inventive, and she was a pioneer of her time, and I feel like with Jagged, that's exactly what we do.
Well,
that movie was very in the face to me.
And it happened to be around the time that you were taking the reins
running.
Yeah.
So that was a movie that was really just inspiring and really kind of just made me relook at what I was doing and how to do it, and just doesn't matter what anyone else thought or what had been done prior, whether it was, you know, with Jessica or without Jessica, and kind of just, you know, what do I want to do, and look at myself as a choreographer.
Yeah.
And so it was a cool movie. I mean, an amazing film. It was originally done for 3D. So I saw it in the theater.
Of course.
Wow.
And wait
And
a
it
minute. Of course yeah, and what's his name directed it? Wim Wenders directed it. Yeah.
It was incredible to see. I mean, having been a dancer and went to school for dance, you see a lot of dance on film. But having seen his Pina 3D was like watching Pina Bausch live. And it was one of the most impactful just films about dance to me.
Right. And because you saw it when you did, I'm sure, how could that have not influenced the decisions you were making when you were choreographing the dance or making decisions about the company?
So
well, she did that, so why can't I just do this?
Exactly.
You know.
So it was amazing. So I mean, I highly recommend watching it. Even if it's
all right.
2D, but
as
an artist, it's something that just it speaks to you. You know.
Yeah.
So.
All right, that's great, and it ties in with these because if you listen to the show, all these movies on the list are people with singular visions who don't care what other people think, who want to make. Yeah, and that's what you guys do. And all right, what is your next movie, Jessica?
All right, my movie is Sliding Doors.
Oh, okay, Gwyneth Paltrow, and I don't remember who directed it.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not good with directors.
An English fella.
But I know that it was Gwyneth Paltrow. Yeah, and which is surprising. Most of the actors are British, but she's English.
Yeah.
She is not.
No, but has an accent in it.
Yeah,
yes,
she did a good job.
She's very good at accents.
Yeah, and I just saw it, and I was actually kind of getting ready to do our last full-length show before moving to Nashville.
Oh, okay.
With Sarah, and it was a time when we were transitioning. Sarah was taking an equal leadership role, transitioning to be, full-time director before I left, and figuring out what we wanted to do it about. And I had seen this movie, Sliding Doors, which I remember seeing it actually when I was a lot younger. My parents had rented it or something, but I never saw the whole thing, and I always was interested in it, and so 2 decades later, I decided to check it out. And it was cool because Gwyneth Paltrow is trying to catch this train, and there's a girl who gets in her way, like a little girl's running up the stairs. And so just that split second of delay causes her to miss the train. Right. And in the next scene, it's like they rewind it, and the little girl goes around her. And
what if she got in the train? How would her life take a different turn?
And so from there on, the movie takes two different storylines at the same time, and you see what happens. Like, she catches the train, she catches her boyfriend cheating, and the other one she doesn't, and the relationship continues. And just how her life branches off from there, from a tiny little minuscule event.
Thing.
Yeah,
so,
insignificant,
seemingly random.
Thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and at the time I was getting ready to move to Nashville to be with my boyfriend at the time, and I had met him just totally randomly at a bar, and he told me how he was moving to Tennessee, and then suddenly my whole entire life changed.
Oh, I get it. Yeah,
so it was kind of a mirror of what was going on for me, and at the time that I watched it, it was very relatable, and it really inspired me to do Catalyst, which is what we did before I moved away.
Okay.
Which was our last full-length show.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
2011.
Okay.
So it was just a weird timing that I saw it at that point, because that's what was happening in my life in my own way, and I think you find things to relate to. You're always looking for that connection to yourself.
You get what you go in with sometimes,
Yeah. Different people will take different things from it, but for me, personally, it was that idea of that little tiny event that, sparked two different, completely different, storylines. That the possibilities of fate and what happens. And so we created a show where our casts were mirrored the whole time. So we had a main character, and there would be two people on stage. So one side of the stage...
I saw it. Yeah,
was a character...
It's breathtaking. It is. It really is. You should high five. High five again.
Yeah.
Do it again. Hurry.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so this sliding doors thing, I mean, we had to find a way to translate, to translate that storyline into dance. And, you know, with film, it's a little easier to go from scene to scene or to find different ways.
Yeah,
You know, they
and
had her hairstyle
Go
different.
to an editing room later.
Yeah,
right.
And,
with dance, when it's all happening in real time, how do you create that
Yeah.
storyline? So we had, you know, the same set on both sides of the stage, mirror images, and then as it went along, you know, sometimes we'd only use one side of the stage or the other, sometimes we used both at the same time, and our little event was somebody dropping a flower and happening to pick it up or not pick it up. So that's how we dealt with
So
it.
this really inspired you.
It did a lot.
I mean,
a lot.
and more than artistically, and to
Totally.
make decisions about life and embracing change.
Exactly.
And feeling safer, like, well, you know what, I can do this.
Yeah.
You know, you never know.
I
Yeah.
think it's another example of control and how you don't always have control. And sometimes the
Oh, okay,
split-second
yeah.
impulses and decisions
Yeah.
cause you to, you know, you don't know what would have been. Like, whatever you're doing right now is what you're doing.
Yeah, yeah.
But, you know, if you start thinking of all the what-ifs, and then you really...
Then you never
too
move.
Then
much.
you'll never
You'll
You'll
get...
never move. You never
Yeah,
get out of
yeah.
bed. Yeah,
So you
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
just have to learn how to accept
Yeah.
where you've gone, what you're doing, you know. And so that whole idea, it's kind of a very large idea, but it definitely inspired.
But it's also a very
show.
personal idea.
It is.
Yeah,
it is, and
yeah.
I think that everybody can relate to that.
Yeah.
You know, what if I would have been late?
Yeah.
I would have been in a car accident. You know, like just. Why do I always talk about death? I'm so.
I don't know, but I like talking about it. Let's talk about that episode of Survived, where the escalator is throwing people. My God, guys, if you haven't seen this episode of Survived, sorry, they were going off on a thing.
An escalator breaks, and a whole bunch of people are zooming down towards.
Yeah,
their
30
death.
miles per hour.
Yeah.
The escalator is zooming, and there's like a mile long or something ridiculous.
Yeah, it was like a huge escalator, and a whole family was on it.
Yeah,
And-
grandmother,
everybody
little
make it
brother. He lived. He's talking about it on I
No,
Survived.
it was the girl. It was the girl.
Or she
Talking
lived.
about it.
Yeah, I think a
But-
couple of people
Maybe it was.
survived.
Yeah, but did
But-
they all?
No.
You'll have to go find the
No,
episode.
no. Oh, it's awful. All right. Well, this is a very, very good two-parter. Please listen to it, and we'll see you next time. All right, bye.
Bye.
So.